What up, everybody? Welcome to the late night nail adventures with Suga. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? Hey, we're back. Alright, can you all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Are you here? We are back. You're good, love. Somebody let me know. I don't know what happened. It just like shut off and kicked me out. Okay, we're back. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Cola. Hi, everybody. Hi. I don't know. It just shut off, and I was like, no! Luckily, when I hit the live button, it let me back in. Thank goodness. I'm freaking grateful for that. Hi, how's everybody doing? Welcome. Okay. How's your night, everybody? So, tonight is the late night nail adventures. We're gonna smash. We're gonna do this, like we said. Y'all took a poll. We're doing swirlies. We're doing the blue theme, which is Corpse Bride and Jack Skellington smashed together. That's what we're doing. We're smashing them together on a nails set thing. Anyway, so I have the blues, and I have that for like the moon in the background, because I want to do the little swirl thing with the moon in the background on one of them. So I was thinking for the pinky, and this is the thumb. So for the pinky and the thumb, we'll do these swirls. For this one and this one, we'll do the butterflies. So we'll probably do like an ombre background on these two for the Corpse Bride butterflies. And then this one will be the one for Jack. So we'll have the moon with the little swirl in it. And I have a thing to try to paint Jack, y'all. But look at this. Tell me that doesn't go with the Corpse Bride. That goes with the Corpse Bride. So, I feel like we could use that somewhere. I'm not sure, but I have two of them I could use, but I only have two. Let me set y'all up here so we can figure out our lives here. Okay. We gotta at least figure out what we're doing. I mean, I know what we're doing, but... So I pulled out these butterflies, because they're kind of like a dark moment. And then... Oh, look at this. Is this not perfect for, like, Jack's little, like, bow tie thing? So, like, his head and his face would be here, and then this would be, like, his bow tie, and it would be, like... It'd be, like, down here. The sun and that would be, like, up here. This would be here. So I really wouldn't have to do his features other than his face. Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming back. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But, look what I found. I found this Posca marker, right? And if it's anything like this one, I wonder if we can use this the same way as we used this with the alcohol. With the rubbing alcohol. You know? So I was thinking, I bet you we could use this as the same. I'm not sure if we can, but I figured it was a good way to at least give it a try and try something new. And if we can use Poscas, I mean, I don't see why we can't. So we're doing some nail art, and we're just going to shove the Corpse Bride and Jack together. Okay. So... I've never done this before, so this is new territory for me, y'all. So this is what we did. It's beautiful. I love it. We're going to do it again. Okay? We're going to do it again on the pinky nail. But for the butterflies, they're going to be... Yes. So these butterflies will be... Should we do the ombre background for her? for the Corpse Bride. So we could do like 2 of these like butterflies, one here, one here. And then the background would be like ombre blues. You know, so you go from like light to like dark blues. What do you think? We can always do the line work, or we'd either smoke it out, or we could do a Sugar's Ombre on these just to kind of bring out the color a little bit more and have it a little bit more bam in your face things. So we could get the easy ones out of the way first and then go from there. So let's go ahead and do the pinky nail like we did this one, which oh yeah, there it is. All right. So I wanted to do this one with you because I got all these other ones ready. So we're gonna do the swirl with the alcohol and the all that good stuff. So we're gonna set this guy on here. I love these stands, by the way. These things do not move. They are amazing. She did an amazing job on these. So if you're here for a good time, okay, if you want to just chill, hang out, we're going to go on an adventure together because I've not done any of this, but we're going to do it. We're just going to do it, guys. We're just going to do it, okay? We have many different brands we're using. Hi, Glam. How are you, babe? I wanted to try this Posca out on a nail because I'm like, will this work? Try that first. I just want to try it. I just want to try it and see if it works. I'm going to grab a nail and just grab a nail that's already, I'll just grab like a small nail and see if it works. You guys want me to try it out? I want to try it. I want to try it. Olga, hi. We just got to see if this works. So I'm just going to do this. And I'm probably just going to go over this with it just to see if we can. I'm not worried about it. Just going to do this. Let's see if we can get this baby to work. If we can get this one to work just like the white one, that's going to be cool. Bye, Icy. Alright, so we're going to take our black and we're going to go over that. And I'm just going to use this jelly. I'm just going to use this black jelly. Why not? I'll just use this as my background and then we'll mat it. That way it's matted and then go from there. It's going to be see-through because it's a jelly. Well, it's a milky jelly. Okay. I'm going to throw that in and then... Hi, Tammy. How are you? You're up late, love. We're going to do some Corpse Bride and Jack Skellington. Something I ain't never done. Alright, we're going to mat that baby. And we're going to try this Posca. So we're going to use the white one, but we're also going to use the blue one. Because we need the blue to show up on the white. So we're going to test this out. Foreign territory here. But we're going to do it. And we have, of course, Brat nailed it. We have a couple different colors here. We have the Madame Glam blue, which is like in between these two. We have the jelly blue. We have another jelly blue, which is, this is dark. This is more like this color, but this has got glitter in it, and it's a jelly. We have blue ice cat eye, and we also have this guy here, which is in between both of those. We have quite a bit of different types of blue, guys. And a little bit of hollow. How are you doing, love? Hi, everybody. What up? Make sure you like and subscribe. We're doing Corpse Bride, and we're kind of doing, yeah. This is how the first one came out. So this is what we're going to do on the pinky. But I want to try and see if we can't get this to smoke out the way we want it to. And then it'll become like neon smoked out look too. But if it works, that means I can probably use it some way, somehow, some shape or form on the other nails. Alright, I'm going to put that in. But I think that this right here is the best for Jack. Look at that. Tell me that's not going to be bomb for the end of the nail. Like this. Just set that baby on there. I'll just have to do a little black right here. This is going to be the main piece of him. And then his little neck and his face. The moon, I'm going to put up here with the little swirl in it. So that's going to be like the extent of Jack. And then these two are going to have butterflies, like dark black butterflies. And they're going to be these little darker metal pieces. So these are going to be cool. Hi, Lizard. How are you? Thank you. Gen X Diary, Nail Diaries made them for me. She did a really, really good job there. My favorite. They're super skinny. Super skinny. So my hands are really tiny. So a lot of those bigger ones don't, the nail stands are too big and don't fit my tips all the way. And then the stuff gets stuck up under and I hate it. It drives me bonkers. So yeah, she made them for me. Okay, love. Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing great. Okay, so here's our black, which this is a jelly, which kind of looks cool, like a haunted look. So that's cool. All right, let's let it cool down. So it's hot. It's hot, everybody. It's hot. Okay. All right, we're gonna get. This time I'm gonna use this guy to kind of smoke out the lines a little bit instead of my other one and see how that one goes. Because I used my Varnail one the last time. So I'm gonna grab my alcohol. I'm going to clean my brush. We're going to make sure she's good. No sparkles. All that good stuff. Okay. So we're going to use the white first. We're going to shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake. Shake it, shake it, shake. How are you, Susan? Thanks for coming. Okay. So we're going to use the side kind of like how I did it before. But I'm just going to... Oh no, I got stuff in there. Oh well. It's a practice nail. Screw it. We're just going to do some crazy little swirls. Now, if you notice, Jack Skellington in that and Corpse Bride is just goofy swirls. It doesn't matter. I'm just going around it, guys. We're just going to give it some... I didn't need to do that, okay? I got a little ahead of myself. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Somebody's at my door. Never mind. Just my son. Freaking me out. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. You know, when somebody pounds on your door, you're just automatically in flight or blah blah mode. Oh, my heart's going a mile a minute now. Anyway, okay. Hi, Nara. Shake it, shake it, shake it. All right, I'm just going to do this again. Look, it doesn't matter. We're going to smoke it out anyway, so just... Shh. And technically, I'm shaking now, so... Okay, we're just going to do that. Alright, let's smoke these out real quick. Sometimes your brush can be way too big, and I feel like this one's not at that much of a point, but... At least we can smoke them out. I mean, it's alcohol, so you can take as much off as you want. I'm just going to do this quite fast. Oh my god, he's got me shaking so bad. I'm just going to do this and then... Because no matter what, with Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride, they're supposed to be wonky like this. So, you know what I mean? And I have quite a bit in my brush. So, the bigger the brush, the more your brush is going to hold. And you don't have to have this white line in there. You can smoke it out, take it out, whatever. Alright, I'm just going to leave it like that. Alright, we're going to let that dry. Now, I use these Poscas for everything. The problem with these Poscas is they have a plastic tip. That's the only difference here. Woo! Look, it's so sparkly. Let's see if we can do this, y'all. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's gonna work. Alright. It's gonna work. It's got to. It's acrylic paint. It's got to. It's got to. It's got to. Now, of course, you want to do it a little bit lighter. Yes. We're going to smoke that out. Guys! And guess what? It has sparkles in it already. I mean... Oh my gosh. Okay, so it does work. So that's good. Glad we know that. The only thing is, you don't want the white to go away either, though. So you might have to do the white first, put a layer down, then go in and do this one, like another layer of matte, and kind of do a layered effect, because you'll take, effectively, you'll take the white off with it. You know what I'm saying? If you just did it a little bit, you know what I mean? Maybe. But if you want, you know, your nail set to come out, whatever, then... I mean, you can at least still see it, but you got the sparkles on there, so that's cool that that actually works. So, that's cool. It is Posca. These ones are hard to find. These are original. I think these were like... I paid like $60 for these, and I think they come in a pack of 6. Is this 6? But I got these a long time ago, but these ones are my favorite Posca markers. So that means that any Posca acrylic paint marker will work as well. So any of these that you buy, if you have Poscas at home, any of them will work. Cool. I'm glad we settled that one. I know, right? I love it. Okay, well, we know that those work, so that's great. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a matte top coat over it just because... I just don't want nothing to happen to it, because practice nails are also good too. Ooh, I didn't let that dry. Oops. Okay, so you gotta make sure you let it dry before you put anything on it. So I'm gonna have to lightly go over it, because I already smeared it. Okay. There we go. That does look cool with that background on there, though. I mean, it's wonky, but at least we know. Now we know. Right, everybody? My brain kept thinking, pasta. Pasta. I know. I love it. Okay. I'm so shaky. I hate when he does that. All right, everybody. So this is what we're going for. Last time we made a milky. So I think if we want to use that pen, we'll have to do a couple layers if we want to do that aspect of it, right? So I'm thinking, do we want to do ombre on these ones? Do I want to use all the blues and do a really cool ombre, Sugar's ombre, to bring out the butterfly? Because if we do these both with ombres, which has black, blue, white, and then all the other blues, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 different blues here, and they're all different. Okay. Do I want... Yeah, okay. We'll do that. And then each one will do that, and then this one will be our Jack Skellington nail, and we will start on this one. So, we're going to do this one first, because we already know how to do that one. So I'm going to put the colors on my plate, but I also got to file this real quick. So I'm just going to take this buffer and buff it out, because the last time I had little floof balls in my thing, and I don't want it in this set, so we're just going to buff it out with our buffer. And this one's a coarse grit buffer, which helps a lot. So this is the one I typically use for any of my nail art, but I started doing the primer because I thought, oh, that's faster, but at the end of the day, it gives me fluffies. I don't want them. Hi, Nana! At least one ombre. Okay, well, if we only do one, what are we going to do on the other one? A marble? Or just, I don't know, because we got swirls. We're going to be doing the swirl. How are you, my lovely? We experimented, loves. She looks a little goofy right now, but it's okay. It's probably better with a glossy, but we're doing Corpse Bride and Jack Skellington. Okay, I'm actually doing this for y'all, okay? Y'all wanted it, so I'm doing it for y'all. Okay? Do I remember how I did this one? Not quite, but it'd be aight. It'd be okay. It'll be okay. Okay, we're going to just make sure our little thing ain't got no fuzzies on it. And I do have all my liners. I do have this little squeegee guy. Hi, Monique. How are you? Good night, Tammy. Love you. Have a great night. I forgot to tell you. I finished my strawberry, and I had a floof cure. Freaking floofs, bro. Freaking floofs. Floofy floofs. Alright, so this one we didn't use, so we're not going to use that one. I'm going to use all the ones that we used the last time. Which was this one. And all I did was add top coat to them to get them kind of milkier. And then we're going to use a little bit of this turquoise one, because we gotta. And then Brat nailed it, everybody. Love her shit. We use this cat eye. And then this dark jelly. Typically, you don't want to put your super darks next to your lighter lights, but I'm going to kind of keep your colors in order, but I didn't do that. So, alright, we're going to make this one a little bit more on the less, we're going to make it more jelly-er. And we have this guy, which is a much more, is that the one I want? I hope that's the one I want. Hell, I don't know. I think so. Yeah. So this is the teal jelly, and then we have the dark jelly, too. Last time I didn't have the teal jelly, but I know, I love her. Hi, Alexis, how are you? Hi, Orchid. I think this one is in between the dark. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Okay. Those are the same colors. So we won't use that one. And we'll use this one on the Corpse Bride nail. And I'm going to make this one just a little bit different. And add a little bit of my beautiful holographic into it. Just a little bit. Alright, everybody, let's frickin' do this. Everybody ready? Alright, so the other palette, I'm going to have my whites on. So I'm going to use my Varnell white. And I'm going to use my Brat white. And my matte. And we're also going to... Where'd you go? So I'm going to use my Brat Whiteout and my Blackout. Okay. So the Whiteout and the Blackout are the shit. Okay. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you do not have Brat Nailed It products, go and run. They are $5.55, except for some of the builder bases are $7. But I think the Prep and Prime is still up there. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly, but all of my liner brushes, everything. I don't know if the liner brushes are on sale, but she is closing shop for a little bit. So, okay, so there's that. Let's do our milky. We got to do a milky one. We at least have to have a little bit of a milky one, which, okay, so here's that black. Here's this black. We're just going to put this down just so we got it on our palette here. So I am going to, I love the glitter white. However, I'm just going to add a couple drops of not base coat. Hello, everybody. Yes, until the bases are buy one get one until midnight. I forgot about that. Thank you, love. I have so much stuff running through my brain today, you guys. You have no idea. What is that? Oh, my top coat's got gloopies in it. What the hizzle? Why did I put my top coat there? I'm supposed to be adding it. Oh, yeah. That's why I put that there. Duh. Bear with me, everybody, okay? Just, we're going to do probably one little drop of that one. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited, y'all. Okay. We're going to take this little guy. And we're going to make sure we ain't got no floofs in there this time. And it looks like we have a floof in there, guys. I don't know. I can't. Mr. Floofy, you need to come out, please. Got him. Okay, so hopefully this isn't too white. I think I might need a little bit more, but we'll deal with that when we need it. Okay. So we have our jelly black. We have a regular black. Got that going. All right. All right. Are we ready, everybody? Actually, I got to put my top coat in here. I'm just excited. You guys got me excited. All right. We're going to go ahead and add in here. In here. Now, doing this is just going to make it like it's more milky. It's not jelly. However, I'm just adding top coat to these colors to kind of dull them out a little bit. Get them a little bit more jelly. That's all I'm doing. Go, go, go. Okay. And then we will do what we did the last time with our little pin and all of that. So let's mix these really quickly. Now this one I did because I really want this to be more of a sparkle jelly color versus... I haven't seen any actual sparkle jelly though. Like jellies that have just shimmer in it. If they had that, that would be bomb. And I wouldn't have to make mine, but it is what it is. Anyway. We're going to go ahead and mix these real quick. And then we're going to put our black down. And then we're going to mat it and go from there. And we're going to use our little pin. Alright, I think I got a good fair amount of that in this color. The turquoise color. Because she has many different shades. For Corpse Bride, there's so much blue, dark blue, light blue. And I'm hoping that I got enough in this to make it milky, but it doesn't look like I got it as milky as I did the last time, but that's okay. We can deal with it. All her colors, though, all her gel polish colors, you guys, I have every single color, except for the new freaking purple and pink bases that she just came out with. Ugh. I want the purple, the whole freaking collection. Alright, we got them. Alright, those are good. Alright, let's take our... Is this one? No, not that one. Don't get ahead of yourself, Crystal. Jeez. Jiminy Christmas. Alright, we're going to use Blackout. Bratty nailed it. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do... Probably... I'm going to do 2 layers of this black. And then once we matte it, she's going to be perfect. You guys have got me excited to do some new art. Art that I was like, oh, I never expected to do this. Please, can I just say something, everybody? Can you guys start doing the ends of your nails? So there's no, like, white line. Not you guys specifically, but do your free edge, everybody. With a color. So you can't see the nail itself. Okay, there we go. There's a floof in it. Oh, well, I don't care. We're doing it. Hi, Michelle. You love nails? Hi, Black Orchid. Are you painting characters? Alright, girl. Yes. I'm only painting one character, and that's only his head and his neck. And that's Jack. Okay? But we're smashing the Corpse Bride colors and Jack together. So Jack's going to be the middle nail. And, like, her... Because this reminds me of, like, the smoke. Like... In the one scene where there's, like, blue and it's Jack, and it's, like, they got, like, these little, like, I don't know, it's kind of, like, coming, I don't know. Anyway, that's in my head. And, when she goes down to the bottom, and when she ends up coming, I don't know, there's, like, this little whatever, but that's what this reminds me of. This literally reminds me of that. So, we're going to do the pinky and the thumb this, and then these two will be ombres. Sugar's Ombre, and we're going to use all the colors for those, and then this one's going to be Jack. And for the bottom of Jack, this is going to be right here. So we're going to use this, and I'm not going to have to 3D nothing. I'm like, yeah. Seems like when I polish, I always see through them. Depends on the polish that you use, love. Now, Nelly, okay, Nelly, Nails by Nelly is one of my best friends, right? And her channel, she absolutely is in love with the Corpse Bride and, Nightmare Before Christmas and stuff. So, hello, you have a question. What's your question? Here's this one. Envy, thank you. Hi, Aylin. Is it Aylin? Alan? Aylin. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you so much, my love. You have a thigh tattoo with Nightmare Before Christmas characters? Oh, that is freaking cool. I want to see it. Thank you so much, Envy. Thank you for your donation. Okay, second coat, and then we are done with the black. If it's a good polish, guys, and you should only have to do max 2 coats, guys. That's it. And some polishes, I would recommend doing thin polish or thin layers anyway, especially if you're dealing with a black. Because a black is hard and it cures not well if you do not, Look at that. Oh, there's something there. No floofs. You're not getting in there, Mr. Floofs. Okay, you will see floofs in my nails. Just shh. Thank you so much. All of you guys are so awesome. And me, I love you, girl. I love you! It really does mean the world to me that you guys are here. Love you, love you. Okay, so that black we were done with. But I did pick up this one for the moon, this one for the moon, and this one for the moon, and this one for the moon, because we're going to do like a little bit of shading. Now, I don't know, I might use this one in like the very middle and go around the outside. We're going to use this one for the full moon. We're going to put this in there, mix it together with this one, and add this one around the outside edges to give it like a glittery punch. That's what I'm thinking in my brain. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I was going to ask that same thing. Are they jelly polishes? Because jelly polishes, you know, you'll see through them no matter what. There's a lot of different types of polishes out there. Not every polish is made equal either. Yeah, the majority of us use gel polish. Ooh, look at that. Look how beautiful that cured, you guys. That is why 2 coats and you're done. I did have a floof in there. Okay, anyway, let's matte her and let's go to town, everybody. So we're going to use the white Madame Glam art pen. Now, just remember, when you guys are making press-ons, or any nails for that matter like this, what you want to do is you want to stay away from building up the cuticle area on your nails. Does that make sense? So we're going to seal all that in. Make sure our sides are nicely sealed as well. Okay, we don't want a bunch at either end. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take as much off around the cuticle area. So that way it's not bubbling with a bunch of stuff. But I'm just making sure all the edges are totally done. Alright, we are golden. We're going to take the excess off. You want to take the excess off, guys. The polish is still there. You just don't want to deform your nail with all the polish that you're putting on it, because we are adding layers. So right now we already have 3 layers on here, but they're thin layers. So keep that in mind. You want to do thin layers, guys. I learned a hard way of getting to an on-colors, like, yeah, the other brands sometimes are just hit or miss. Varnail's a good brand. I really do love them. If you want to go a cheaper route, you have Model 1s you could use. I would recommend Model 1s and Born Pretty as like a cheaper brand to use, as well as Double Rhythm. Those are off Amazon. Varnail's also on there as well. But I swear by Brit Rat Nailed It, Madame Glam, Nail Reserve, Varnail, and you also have Nailmate. Nailmate, oh, their polishes, so beautiful. They're just so beautiful. Okay. What did I miss? Oh my god, I know. Alright, we have our black. And she also has perfect matte, and then she has no stick matte as well, guys. So she has the matte that you want to chrome, like you want to use for chrome as well. So make sure you grab that one too, because that one's a good one. What am I doing? Oh yeah, the pen. We got to let her cool down. So we have this one. We have white. We have white. So I'm actually going to grab my brush I had the last time, because that seemed to work the best. I thought the one I had worked, but... And then we're going to use the Slim Shady we're going to use the bar nail brush. My favorite. One of my favorite brushes. These ones are made for, like, actual, you know, I keep them nice, but at the same time, I need, like, brush cleaners so I can soften them up and not destroy them with my alcohol. And I can keep them longer. Alrighty, we have this guy here, which is a multi-purpose brush. Alrighty, dighty. Everybody ready? Let's do this. Ugh. If I can get the cap off. What the hizzle? Okay. That thing came apart. That wasn't good. Alright, wow. Let's make sure she's golden. Don't you go try on me now. Okay. Make sure there's no floofs in your thing either, guys. Because the floofs that are in your thing, don't forget to shake it too. Make sure you shake it with the lid on. Because last time I shook it with the lid off, it got all over me. So, here we go. Okay, so the swirl's got to be the opposite side. Okay. So here's this one. Now I got to do it opposite. So the swirl's got to be on this side. Oh, wish me luck, y'all. Okay, I'm going to have to just start with the swirl first, right? On this one. Alright, we're going to use the very tip for this one, even though I didn't for that one, but you know what? It's fine. We'll smoke it out. It's fine. It's a smaller nail, so just remember that. And if you don't like it, you can always take your alcohol and just rub it off. If you want it a little bit more rounded. Just want it a little more rounded, guys. You know what? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. Alright, we're going to take our brush, put it in our alcohol, dip some of it off. Can you guys see okay? Hopefully. Shout out to everybody in here. What up, everybody? Okay, last time I just went over it with the tip a couple times. If your brush kind of gets wonky, it doesn't matter because it's a smoked out look, so. And then you can get a little bit more precise with it as you go around the color and bring that color with you. So you kind of want to go out of the line, bring that color down, smoke it as much as you want. That sounded really weird. But kind of go. Floofs, man, the floofs. Bleh. Okay. It dries kind of fast, so. But you want the smoke to be on both sides, okay? If you kind of go out, just kind of take it off. It'll come right off. No big deal. Alright, we're going to just take a little bit of this, swing it down a little bit more, break up those dark colors. And then we're going to come and take this, and we're going to bring it this way. Ah, you don't want to do that. Now I'm taking a little bit of the lighter pressure and taking it around because the brush likes to get stuck, if that makes sense. But we want it to be smoked out on both ends, so we have a good amount of color. Break this up a little bit, guys. Now you kind of want to do it in like a swoop motion, because if you break it up, you'll see the breaks within the white, and I don't like that. That's just me though. But we need to smoke out this just a little bit more. Okay. I love her. Okay, we're gonna take this out a little bit more here. Break that white up a little bit more. Okay. What up, everybody? We are smoking out a nail. That sounds really weird, but it's nail art. Not anything else. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of move this up a little bit. Okay. There's a floof in there. No. Alright. Alright, that's it. She's done. Alright, now. Hi, Sunset. Hi, doggies and froggies. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Hi, Sunset. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Yes, with the commenters. You gotta comment, y'all. Comment bomb. Add some like butterflies and blue hearts and black hearts and white hearts and whatever else you can find, and hearts and hearts and hearts and hearts. Oh wait, I need this. What am I doing? Okay. So the deal is, now we need to add the colors. Now we're using gel for this. So we're going to take all of these nice beautiful colors that we have on our palette, and I'm actually going to use my liner brush for this. And I'm going to use this guy here because this guy is really going to give us the color that we need. You can use this one like I did last time, but this is a smaller nail, so you're not going to really want that big of a brush to soak up all that color, right? So I went ahead and added top coat to all of the non-jelly colors. So we're just going to go ahead and color them in, okay? So we're going to start with the lightest. Let's start with this guy first, kind of like how we did on the other one. So I think with this one, though, we're going to add the dark blue at the top and a little bit at the bottom, and conserve all of these colors within the middle of it. Just kind of do something a little bit different here. And you guys, I just want you to know, y'all can do this too. Alright, so we're just going to take this and we're just going to lightly go over. We're going to overextend that color on the sides. Okay, we want the black. We want it to go over the black to make it look like it's a shadow from within. And it really does make it look like it's a shadow from within. So we're going to bring that color. And we're going to go up and around and out. Okay, just like so. We're going to color that in. Bring it around. Now, when we do this and we add all the different colors in here, we're going to also, because look what that does. That highlights the outside of that color. Even though that color is really, really super light, the black extends the color on the outside because it's got the sparkle in there. Right? So you could essentially do this whole thing with it. It would look even cooler. Hi, just one. So hopefully that makes sense, y'all. Alright, so we're going to bring this color and we're going to wrap it around. And then we'll add some more of the other colors. And what we're going to do is we're going to tie the other colors into these. Oh my gosh, look at that. It already looks super cool. Just wait till we get the white on. Just wait till we get the white on. It's going to be even better. Alright, so I'm going to kind of keep the teal ones together, I think. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Let's do this light cat eye. I'm going to bring this cat eye. Do I want to put sparkles close together? No. Let's add one of these other ones in here. So I guess I'm going to start with the darker blue. Just because that's a darker blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to transition the colors together. All you're going to do is blend those colors. That's all you're going to do. Bring it over to the side. Run those colors together. Like so. We're going to bring it around. And you can use as many blues as you want. You don't have to just use what I'm using. Create your own colors too, guys. There's so many other colors that are within the... So anybody who is new here, hi, my name is Sugar. We are doing we are smashing Corpse Bride and Nightmare Before Christmas together right now. Alright. We're going to make sure we get our blue all the way up and around. And our liner brush just kind of like gives us a little bit more of that watery look without taking the color off. Because my other brush was taking the color off, unfortunately. Alright, we're going to wrap this around and bring this down. Okay. And it can be as messy as you want it to, guys. It doesn't have to be, like, perfect. But my brain doesn't do... My brain has to be certain ways, if that makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to segue into this teal. Then we'll go into this teal. Then we're going to go into the light blue. And then we're going to go back into this one and this one. Oh, shit. So we're going to take the teal, since it's a jelly, and we're going to put both jellies together. I'm trying to think if I want to... You know what? It's fine. We're just going to do it. Okay. So like I said, you want to outline. You want it to come over the black a little bit. Because it just brings it out so much more. You don't need a lot of product on your brush either, because you also don't want it to run. Does that make sense, everybody? So the colors are going to make it just stand out just fantastically. And this is something that any one of you guys can do. You don't have to do art or know how to do art. You can literally do this with me as we're doing it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay. I had to pop that bubble. Yes, we're going to add a little bit more of this other blue up here. Because once it sits, then it kind of just, you know. So, now that we have that, we're going to take our so-called milky. So what I did was I added top coat to this. We're going to see if we can get the milky to come out. And if it's too... Yeah, okay. And if anything, I think I... No, okay. I can't add alcohol to this right now for this blue color. So I'm going to have to take what I have on here and just kind of... We're going to bring that blue and the other one. We're going to mesh it together here. Okay. It's going to look awesome. Okay. We need to add more top coat into that. Because if we do not add more top coat into that, it's not going to go the way we need it to go. I'm trying, guys. I want to make sure you guys can do this with me. I feel like I don't want to go too fast because Y'all, when people be like having tutorials and they're like, I'm like, what the? Slow down, skipper. You know what I mean? Has anybody ever, had that issue before? Because I'm like, man, this would have been a really good tutorial if they would have just slowed down. And I would have been like, okay, great. And then like explained why they did what they did. Then I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. I get it now. And I'm like, well, I'm just going to figure it out myself. And I guess do it myself. So that way people can actually learn. Okay. Well, that's as good as they're going to get, I think. So these are going to be like more of a milky color, which is fine. That's what we want. So let's go ahead and dip back in here. If your color is not as milky as you need it to be, you can kind of go in and make it thinner just by running your brush through it and dragging the color out. Does that make sense? Because that's definitely what we're going to have to do with this one, unfortunately, but that's okay. I have a floof. Ugh, floofs, I'm telling ya, y'all. You're really, because of how pigmented these gels are, you're definitely going to have to put a lot of, okay, so you just saw me go out of the black line. It's not a jelly, so it's going to look a little bit different, guys, okay? So just remember that. The jelly's not going to be like, or the milky ones are not going to be like the other ones when you go out of the line. So if you want, actually I could just add more to it, but okay. But you don't want it to stop. You kind of want it to fade into the next color. Alright, now I'm going to use this. Let me add a little bit more here. Alright. Those colors, they're actually really cool. Welcome, everyone. Thanks, Anna Angela. Thanks, Liam. Thanks, everybody. Alright, we're going to hop out of the side on this one a little bit. Alright, let's do this blue. Okay, this one's a little bit more milky than the other one. So we gotta run this guy. Oh, is that a floof? It is. You floof? You floof and floof. Get the out of here. Alright, let's add these two together. And you want to make sure that when you're blending these together, you kind of just go in a circle if you need to. Fill in that color. Alright, the light blue is working. Okay. Okay, let's bring her down. And then I'm going to bring her around. And then we're going to add some of that jelly back in here. Okay, we're going to add this dark jelly with this. I'm just going to multitask with these colors. So one is going to be the dark one. And then this side's going to be this color. So we can have both colors together, kind of fading into each other here. Now, like I said, let's go around that black. Same thing here. Oh, dude. Yeah. Okay. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is we're going to add some more of this color up here. So no white is showing. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yizzle. Alright. I think all I gotta do is just kind of merge this blue a little bit more. The lighter blue here. I need like... I don't know. If I'm just kind of swirling my brush to kind of bring that color up and into that other color, just to where it makes it look like it's flowing like smoke still, right? The only other thing I want to do is I kind of want to go around the outside here to kind of bring out that sparkle, right? So I wonder if this cat eye is going to be too sparkly though, around these corners here. No. Okay, so all I want to do is take this sparkle around the black. That's it. That is it. We want that sparkle to really wet the black here. Come into this other color. And just give us that nice 3D dimension coming around that side right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She beauty. Beautiful. Alright, same thing here, but now we just gotta make it go into this. One thing you don't want is you don't want a bunch of glitter in one spot. Just enough to make the black pop around the edge. That's it. Just enough to make the black pop. Because it really makes it look cool. Right? So you're not going to need a lot to make it pop. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. Alrighty, dighty. Oh my god, I got a floof. I think it's my paper towel, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna go over this little area real quick. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger around that black part here. Okay. Alright, we did it. Let's cheer. A locker lot. Ooh, once we get that white on there, oh, that white's gonna look so bomb. Hi, Parks. Good night. Aw, thanks, Spiritual. I don't know why that did that, but thanks for coming. If I miss anybody's name, I apologize. Nightmare. I don't know how to say it though because it's nightmare, but it's not, or it is. But hi, Carol. Thanks for coming, everybody. This is something very different. Drea, hello. This is something that's like I've never done before. Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride. are not my colors that I typically do. As most of you guys know, I do purple and rainbow. It's a Tim Burton nail sugar. Yeah, there you go. I need a drink, y'all. That was a lot. Woo! It was a lot in a good way, though. Okay. I think this one actually looks better than the original. Just saying. Just saying. Alrighty, we're gonna take our white. Ta-da! We're gonna take our little tiny liner brush. And this time, you can do sparkles through it if you want. But I'm just gonna do my little tiny swirl. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this out a little bit. Oh, I still got blue on it. We don't want that. Alright, I'm going to saturate my brush. Make sure she's loaded up. I'm going to turn it like so. And then I'm going to pull it out so it's not like full at the end, right? You can use, you could do one where you have like I didn't do it on this one, but alright, so this one takes a very light hand, like very next to nothing, guys, so you want to make sure you're steady on this one. So we're going to go from the inside, and we're just using the very, very, very tip of our brush. Just a tiny bit. Like so. You don't even have to join it up, but look what it already does. Can you guys see it? Probably not. Look at that. So once you go all the way around, we're going to make sure we have our end really nicely saturated, but we don't want it dripping or anything like that. So we're just going to take it and... Okay. Now, like I said, like in the other one, you don't have to connect it. Or keep it connected if you don't want to. And it's going to be wonky. So, once you connect it, it doesn't have to be like, I just saw a floof fly down off my light, guys. But you do want the roundness. That's coming through the middle. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to follow that. And you can always come and bring in your highlights if you want, okay? If you want to. You don't have to. But as you can see, I didn't connect this. You can either bring it over here and do it. It's up to you guys. So, like, you can have your little highlights here. So, let's go ahead and do our little highlight, which would be a little bit darker. There we go. And then you can come over here and do one here. You can do one here. You can do one up here. It's up to you guys. It's just kind of a little bit to kind of highlight that, you know, smokiness, I guess. This one's a little bit more, but I didn't go around the edges. As you can still see the smoke around the edges on this one. But because I went around the edges on this one, you can't really tell that it's smoke, but it is. And then that's just kind of going to give you like a wavy whatever. And you can make lines if you want. You can leave it like that. You can smush it out if you want. Or you can leave it just like that. Ah! So like if you look at these two, I made the lines a little bit thicker in some areas than I did the others. You know what I mean? I just come in and brought in thicker lines here. And you can make more lines if you want. Make it a little thicker. Just give it a little bit more dimension, right? Just give it a little something extra. Now the top of that's good. I don't need... Alright, I think it's good. You can do a little floopy floop down here if you want. Not that you can tell, but it is there. So it kind of gives it a little bit more dimension on the corner there, but I like that. We're going to do it. I think I love the swirlies. Okay, love. All right, so there's those. All I have to do now is go ahead and... Ah! I am such a klutz, y'all. Every single time, I swear. I drop it somewhere, I'm telling you. Okay, put that guy up there before I drop it in anything else. Alrighty. Alright, next one up. We're going to go ahead and we are going to do our Ombre. So, I need to get my longer brush out. Where is my longer brush? Not that one. Alright, we're going to use this guy for our little ombre. You want to use a little bit thicker kind of liner brush for your ombre. Just so we can get all them colors in there on the background and whatnot. I'm in Ohio. Alrighty, tidy. You know how hard it is to spin your brush and make it what you want it? Anyway. Alright, background. Let's clean her off. Make sure no floofs on there. If you want a good, if you guys want a good ombre or whatever, mine's an ombre, but I call it a ombre. You really want a base coat, guys, okay? You want a base coat. Should I have done that before? Probably. Did I? No. That's okay, though. We're going through the process, y'all. Alright, so the purpose of the base coat is to make sure that even though I did that, the art sticks to the nail tip and it's not going to chip or break or anything like that. So if you're new, you can still follow along with me. And make sure you get out the inside too, guys, because you won't be able to wear them if that is up underneath the nail. Night shift, what up? Is it Larita? Oh, I'm saying your name wrong. I know it. Alrighty, look at that. Let's do our freaking the best top coat ever. Okay, and my favorite top coat ever is Miss Brat. Nailed it. Because it is a little on the, bumpy side. We're going to take our glossy top coat. And we're going to take this guy, and this guy just helps smooth it out, baby. I almost want to keep it 3D like that, y'all. You know? Let me just try. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me just try my glossy. This glossy. This is a much thinner one, but I like the 3D. I love it. Oh my god. Alright, so we're just going to make sure we fill in any valleys we may have. We don't really have any valleys on this nail, which is great, considering we have 4 or 5 different... Seal in your edges, everybody, please. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Make sure there's no floofs in your top coat, guys. I got a floof in my top coat. Pretty. Pretty spanking beautiful. Okay, I will say, all of you guys are making me get out of my comfort zone. Just so you know. Just so y'all know. So we want to make sure we keep those sides nice and even. So we go to put them on, they're not bumpy and retarded. I know, right? Alrighty. Let's do this, everybody. So we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. We are also going to add, I think I'm going to add all, obviously we're using all the blues. I'm going to add this silver in there as well. Okay, so I'm going to add the silver in after though, because that's going to give us a lot of that sparkle. Okay. Oh, that one's the same. Alright, I'm going to move these out of the way real quick. So we're going to be using all of these blues. It's not that big of a nail, so we can't go too crazy overboard, right? So I have this guy here. You can also use a smaller, like, shorter brush if you would like. But this one's going to, like, make sure you get all the way to both sides, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the darkest color first, and then we're going to go to the lightest color. So this one. So I don't really want all of the... Okay, let's see what that does. I didn't want all of the sparkle to be... We'll just keep all of the blue sparkle like in the middle. Right? So let's go ahead and add this guy on. We're going to add him to the top. I'm almost thinking I need to add the other one. I'm going to add this one to the top, because that's a sparkle, and I don't want to sparkle and the sparkle together. This one's going to go... So we'll do this, and then we'll hide that, so that way kind of the sparkles stacked a little bit. Alright. We're going to start with this blue. Right? And we have a lot of colors, so be careful how much you put on here, everybody. Just making sure I have a good amount of this blue, because this blue can seriously take over a nail set. Especially if you have a lot of it. Like right now, it's, you know, if I'm not careful, it'll come right off the nail. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this fast, everybody. So, this guy. Now, all these are kind of light. So, when you have a light color like this, it's going to kind of get mushed in between each color. So, what we're going to have to do, put on a good amount, but you still want it to cure properly. However, we can go back in and add these sparkles in there where we need them. Does that make sense? So I'm going to make sure I get a lot of this sparkle. I don't want it to take up too much of the area. We want the more milky ones or the regular colors to take up most of the areas. Okay, that's a turquoise. So I'm going to go ahead and take this milky one, since we have two kind of clear ones at the top here. I'm going to take this turquoise and we're going to dot our line. Push it up into that color. Now we're going to use the teal of the jelly. Doesn't look like that when I have it on here, but it is. Okay, we're going to push that jelly right up into that next color without touching the color. Because it helps, I promise. It helps from getting stuff all over your brush. So we're going to have to bring some of this down a little bit. Okay. We're going to have to go a little bit faster. Most of these are from Brat Nailed It, everybody. So we're going to take this blue. Push it up. Shit, I got it on my brush. Look what I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. Like I said, try not to put too much on there, but there's going to be a lot on there. So we're going to hold it like this. Hi, Riri. How are you, sweetheart? Here comes the ombre. And then we'll add our black in there, too. Because black can seriously take over a nail set. So we'll just add some lines of that black in there. Now, the cat eye, we're not going to do anything with. We just want that sparkle and that jelly, right? See how much I have on the nail? It's going to fall to the sides. Okay. But we're gonna drag that excess off. Right? So we're gonna take like this periwinkle color blue. This is gonna be the last of our color. We're gonna fade that color up, 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 up. Now, once you get to this part and you have it cut like this, just grab it at the bottom like this and take any of that excess off that bottom part right there. Okay? All right, here we go. Ombre time. Ready? Let's clean our brush. Let's make sure we're good. All right, we're good. Ready? I'm going to hold it like this since it all kind of went down the other way. Got a bubble. All right, ready? We're going to start here and work our way down, and then we're going to come back up. So make sure the edges of your nail are good, too, before we do anything. So we're going to go down. Woo! Oh, love it. And we're going to go back up. And we're going to run these colors right up into that dark ass blue. Yes. Ooh. Yeah. If there's any places that are like showing, lightly go back and just kind of fill them in. Fill them in. Okay? So you can't see through it. If there are any other ones, additional ones that you can see through, right? Ah! I just seen that floof. Well, it's gone now. Alright, we're going to bring this green up in this part. Look at that. Tell me that's not freaking beautiful. Alright, for right now, I'm just going to take this. Do this. Don't do this. Don't do what I just did. But for this moment, okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to hold it upside down. But we're going to take our sides. I'm out of my white sponge things. We're going to take our sides. We're going to hit it and pull back. I'm going to hit the side, pull back and down. Okay? Pull back and down. That's going to ensure we don't mess up on the side. That's also going to ensure that there's no wavy parts either. Same thing. And we also got to do the bottom too. Up and down. Up and down. Yeah. All right. Here's another thing. We're going to do the side again. Pull out. Pull out and down. We want to keep that shape as much as possible, everybody. Without hurting or making it flow a different way than what it is. And that is your Ombre. Nail Bliss, hi. Ice Babe, hi. So we're smashing Tim Burton and Corpse Bride together. Here's our nail. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to make sure that this is all the way done up here since it likes to slide on me here. So just make sure, get the excess out of the back here. And just make sure that top is fully done. Make sure there's no like parts that are kind of bumpy and falling off that side. All right, let's level her out a little bit. Hold her down, and then we're gonna throw her in the lamp really quick. All right, 60 seconds. All right, here's our nail, y'all. What do you think? I think it's gonna look so cool. It's actually better than this one. So here's the first one that I did, and it looks super cool, and it reminded me of it. Here's our second one. So we upgraded, baby. So that's the thumb. Now we have our pinky done. So we'll take that off there. All right. This one is our middle nail. So while that's in there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cure that. What the hell? Oh, hell no. My freaking lamp died, y'all. What the hizzle? I just charged it. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know if I can use it not plugged in, but we're gonna try. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I can at least still use it. Good. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, ready? Hi, Cordy. We're all good. I've used it a lot over the past couple days, so. All right, guys. So this is the middle nail, so we got to do this nail now. So we're going to clean her off. And we're going to put our base coat on. So let's get our wipes out. Guys, I used my last pair of gloves. I'm out of my wipes. Those wipes that you get off Amazon that are in that like pink box that like slides out. That's my favorite wipes in the world. Love them. And I'm out of those. I'm like out of everything. You guys have, you know what? I have always wanted to do, I'm just going to be real with y'all. I've always wanted to do Corpse Bride and stuff, but I just was like, nah, I can't do it. I always told myself, nah, it's too complicated. I can't do it. Oh, buddy, we're doing it tonight. All right, let's base coat our baby. This time I'm going to reverse the colors. And we're going to start with the lightest to the darkest. This one is our butterfly nail. Alright, make sure you have no lines in your base coat. If you have like lines in your base coat and it cures like that because you don't have enough on your brush when you go to put it on the nail, just remember that. I have a floof! Oh, I'm so tired of them floofies. Alright, same thing. Let's make sure we ain't got no bumpies, everybody, because this set's going to be banging. And I don't want nothing to happen to it. Thanks, babe. I know I do. I know I do. Look! Ugh! Them colors are perfect, y'all. Freaking perfect! Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, that's base coat. We don't want that. We want the Glossy Top Coat. So, if you don't want the lines, sometimes you'll have lines. Like, I have a little, like, divot right here, which is fine. You can either... It doesn't matter. We're going to have butterflies on here anyway, so... Just glossy top coat that baby, and... We're going to put our, butterflies on. Is there a floof on here? My God, there's a floof. I don't know where they're coming from, guys. I promise. Alright, so how are we doing the butterflies, everybody? Because I feel like we can do... We're going to do the black butterflies, of course. But... Did I show you guys the heart I was using? I don't know if I did. I'm going to hold this. Look at this heart. Because her heart is coming out of her chest. Isn't that, like, perfect or no? What do you think? Should I use it? Hi, Sharon. What up, everybody? Shout out to the 60 of y'all in here. Thank you for coming to Sugar's Nail Adventures. What do you think? Let me know. Just let me know. Because if we put this in the middle, I can put the butterflies around it. So that'll be like our beeping heart. How? Did I get the floof? I think I did. Good grief. Alright, let's make sure our sides are still good here. Because one thing that you will have when you do nails with this, the curve in it like this, one thing you will have is it will like bunch out at the end, so you don't want that. Or floofs. I love cats too. You have a question? What's your question? Alright, let's make sure she is somewhat not crooked. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna start with this guy. Where 8? What's your question, my lovely? The cat that's on my picture is John. Well, aw. Alright, same thing. We're gonna go up the line, but the opposite of what we did last time. So we're gonna take this guy. And we're gonna pull him down. I am so grateful for you guys being here. Oh my gosh. If you want to bling up pre-colored tips, do you put a layer of base coat before you start adding gel color? It really just depends on how you want to do it, but if you want, what kind of tips are they though? Are they like already pre-done tips? Like ones that you get from like, you know, places? Or are you making them? Like already done? These cat eyes are only $35 shipped, everybody. And they change color after they come out of the light. Okay. I mean, I would say yes. But I really don't know which type you're wanting to do either. Or that you're doing either. Alright, we're going to try to not make these so big so I can have a good amount of color on here. Ooh. I got them as a gift. Aren't they cute? She did an amazing job. Gen Xer Diary. Did I say her name right? I don't think I did, y'all. Gen Xer Nails Diary made them for me. I linked her and Nana Angie's channel on my last live, guys. Oh crap, I just put this on retarded. Alright, hold up, y'all. We don't want to take it down too far because it's a jelly and we have like 5 other colors to put on here. Ah, all good though. So the best thing that you want to do is make sure you blend your regular gel, your creams with your jellies, like every other one. And the reason why I say that is because it helps to keep the glitter from being one to the other, and it helps the colors kind of transition better. If that makes sense. Shit. Well, I didn't want that, but... Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and do this one. Now, when you're doing this, you may have to hold this upside down so they don't fall to the side as much. Because I just slap them on there, guys, so... And because I do that, kind of tends to go off the side, which is fine. Just if you're new, please make sure you, like, really pay attention to what you're putting on the nail, how much you're putting on the nail, because you still want to take some of that excess off, but you also want to make sure it's going to cure properly, okay? But your brush is going to help bring it off the nail, the excess off the nail anyway. They drive you crazy? Why? Alright, so we have our nice jelly blue. Okay. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to hold it this way so we bring them colors back down the other way. Yeah. What did I do? There it is. Alrighty. So, let me take this guy and just kind of... Please, do the edges of your nails, everybody. Drives me bonkers. Because I see a white line and it's like, just do the edge of your nail. Alright, same thing, but we're going to start down here this time. We're going to go back and forth. And as I'm doing that, the color is going down the nail. Okay? And we're going to keep going. Keep going. Ta-da! And now we're going to go back down this way. I'm going to bring this blue up into this lighter blue a little bit more. We're going to bring this teal down into this blue. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom! Look at that. Just like an ocean of beautiful color. And then if you have any other ones, you can do like little lines. You know what I forgot to do? Oh no, I cured it and forgot to do my lines of sparkle in it with my black, y'all. I get so ahead of myself sometimes. It just happens, guys. It's okay. All right. All right. I'm just going to grab the excess off the edge there. All right. Same thing as last time. Fold this little guy up. You want him to be flat, though. All right. Same thing. I'm going to hold it. Pull down and out. And that's why I hate these pink ones, because they've put floofs in my nail. Freaking hate these. They're not non-hairy, okay? I don't care what they say. Anyway. All right. Beautiful, darling. All right, the only thing we want to make sure is we don't have a bunch of bumpies down at the end here. Okay. I'm going to make sure I get any extras out of here. Yeah. All right, we're going to hold her over. And then we're going to put her in the lamp. Hello, Cece. It would fall off? Really? Why? Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right, so while that's in there, let's go ahead and get our butterflies on. So what I'm going to do is use a thicker gel. And I'm just going to use this guy. And we're going to take my picker tool. This is going to be the easiest one to do. So, we're going to take my rhinestone picker. Alright, so we have the blue heart. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we add that blue heart? Should we add it in the middle and then put a butterfly there and a butterfly there? What do you think? Or you think it's too much, or we should just add the black butterflies? I am not. So let's go ahead and add our black butterfly, just so we at least have one on there. Should I use this, though? Do it? Alright, we're going to do it. You said so? We're going to do it. Alright, let's try to get this baby in the middle. I'm going to put a good, decent globby glob on there. I'm going to take my... Ah! Okay. She's wrapped around my thing. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Alright, stick. Okay, you're not going to stick. Alright, cool. Alright, we are going to have to hold this baby on here. Ah, I'm dropping everything. Okay. Alright, I have to make sure it's in the middle. The heart is crooked for a reason, but we're just going to put it on there. It is 12:57, which isn't bad. I got quite a few nails done. How do you pick up your blings? I use this bling tool thing that I got, and... Oh, no! I might have to hold this side. I'll show you it. It's from Two Guys, I think. I got it for my birthday. I got like a Two Guys box for my birthday from Momo Nails Creations. Oh. Oh, shit balls, Batman, y'all. Okay, there we go. Alright, there's our heart. Look at that. Alright. So, I forgot that this was sticky glue, but I love it because it's so freaking good. It just, everything sticks to it. So, we don't want that. So, I'm going to use my Thickums glue, my LGN Pro Bling It Gel. I'm going to use my tiny little liner brush for this. Alright, I'm going to add a butterfly here. So this is kind of like a darkened butterfly for the corpse bride and her little butterflies. Do we want the black butterflies or do we want these? Do you guys like the black ones better? I think the dark ones go better. So I take this guy and it's like a little wax end. Oh yeah, look at that. And then the other one will be down here. Should I put this up more? Yeah. Oh well. We'll just bring the butterfly down. No biggie. We'll put this one over here on this side and we'll put the other one over here. Okay, like that. I like that a lot. Where'd my light go? Underneath my arm. Bye. Thanks for coming. So if you want to add other things to this, you can. I want this to be as easy as possible for you guys. I forgot that this was, yeah, anyway. All right, I'm going to move this up. All right. Now this one's going to come down here on this side. I'm going to try to not like make such a mess about it because I don't like when my gel shows through anything. So oh my god, I love it already. Okay. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, one thing I gotta do though. I gotta add a little bit more on this corner. Yep, perfect. Got 'em! What y'all think? Hi, Peyton! Sleep well, babe! I know, that'd be cool if we could share pictures in here. Love ya! Love you, everybody! Good night, everybody! Alright, I'm gonna stick this. Okay, the only issue that I am having... I forgot that glue was sticky. I'm gonna have to use I'm gonna have to put something there. Or take a brush and I don't even know. But anyway, let's put her in for a full. Alright, so those are like, that's my rendition of my corpse bride now. That ties in with Tim Burton. Alright, let's go ahead and put our glass top coat on. What do you guys think? I think this is the fastest I've done any, honestly, when it comes to like nail art and stuff. Alright. Hopefully it's not too boring for you guys, because we're about to get to the middle nail with Jack Skellington. Whoa. My right ear is ringing, guys. Like full blown, I can't hear out of my ear. I cannot hear anything out of my right ear. Anybody know what that is? It's starting to somewhat go away. Real bad ringing. Like, it's loud in my ear. Alright. I'm gonna hold her upside down. Thanks, Nana Angelove. It only lasts for a little bit. Now it's done. I don't know why I get it, but sometimes it'll be in the left ear, sometimes it'll be in the whatever. I mean, alright, there's our freaking other one, guys. Oh my god, I love these. Oh! Okay, so there's that one. Alright, so one thing I gotta do is grab my other heart one. Or do we want to... do we want to add something different on the other one? Or do we want to add this one on the other one? Or we want to use the same one? Do we want to use the same one so they match? Did you make a cute resin stand? No, these came from one of my nail sisters. She made them for me. She was doing some resin stuff, and so she made them for me just cuz, and I was like, oh, so cute. So grateful. What am I doing again? Oh yeah. Excuse me. Where did my other one go? I have two of those. I'm gonna be mad if I can't find it now, but then I find it after. You know what? Look at that heart. Should I do a different heart? That's really cute. What do you think? I don't know what the hell I did. I don't know why that's not in there, guys. Honestly. I keep all my stuff in the same thingamajigger bobber. Maybe I put it in a different one. Not. Oh, I did. I found it. I wish I had a... You see this? I wish I had one like that. That was all... That didn't have pink on it. I do, but, like, they're on something else, so... Yeah. But I wish I had one like this that wasn't pink. Alright, so I do have the secondary one, so I want you guys to pick, okay? So, I want you guys to pick which heart. So, one for the big one, or put a 1 in the chat for the big arrow, and put a 2 in the chat for the small one right here. Let's see what that would look like. Oh yeah, look. Look how different that would look. It's up to you guys. However you would like. Now, let me see. I don't think... Yeah, okay. I didn't think I had any more of those moons. Okay. Alright, they said number 2. Okay. Alrighty. We'll put number 2 on there. Alrighty. Alright, so we're going to put this lady in the middle. And I'm just going to do a blob. It looks like it's in the middle. What? Hi. Mia, is it Mia Pia? Hi. Sorry, Justine, hi. You'll leave? Why? Okay. Alright, so we have to make sure this is like literally in the middle of my nail. And you want to make sure you have a good fair amount of that around those edges too. So make sure when you move it, it's actually in the middle of your nail when you have it on. I swear my eyes are off, but is that off? Does it look good? Let's see. Alright, so you do have to make sure the sides are the same for the most part. Especially being up in the middle, so you want it kind of higher up on your arch of your nail. Does that make sense, everybody? You know what? Make sure the sides are good. And I'm just gonna do it. Or else I'm gonna mess with it the whole time. I will literally keep messing with it. Hi, Cookie Girl. Thanks. Why? What are you sorry for? As long as you ain't telling people what to do and being mean, what are you sorry for? Shout out to everybody in here. What up? Thank you all for coming. So when you guys put rhinestones on here, make sure you take some of your alcohol in a little wipe and wipe off your stones. Okay, because your little wax pens will get little waxy stuff on them. Ooh, I love it. I love her. Okay, let's go ahead and put our butterflies on. So this time, I'm going to go opposite directions. Okay, so the one we went inward, this one we're going to go outward. Okay. So I did this set 1, so we could smush them all together. 2, so you guys could do it and recreate it if you wanted to without having fear of, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. Okay? So you can incorporate nail art in with this other stuff and not have to fear about, okay, so we're gonna go this way this time. And bring her over just a hair more. Now this one will look a little different just because we have a smaller thing in the middle, but you can always bring them down if you want. You can also put a little like rhinestone right there as well. So if we think about it, right, we can take this really pretty dark blue or a light blue one for that matter. And we can put it in between the butterfly. I didn't do it on that one, but I can. Okay, let's make sure she's not too far over here. But we want her to be crooked, like cockeyed. Okay, so I'm gonna take, and you want it to fit down inside there. So you don't want it to be too big either. You want it to fit right down inside there. If I can get it to stick. Just like that. Look at that. Just gives it a little more oomph. The other butterfly is going to go this way. So let's go ahead and cure that real quick. What do you think, y'all? Ah! Don't do that. I might only. Don't worry, love. Thanks, Nana. I hope you feel better. I really appreciate you being here, Peyton. I really, 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 really do. Okay, I'm just going to cure this other side real quick. Okay. I really think the butterflies were a really good touch. Alright, let's put our other butterfly on, and then we'll add our other blue stone, and then we can add the stone to that one too. Alright, so that one's gonna go here. So I'm just gonna add kind of a bigger-ish glob, so I can kind of lay it in and on it. What am I doing? Oh yeah, butterfly. Duh. Alright, so make this one a little bit more, you know, up. So it's kind of not too far away from the heart. Okay? And then that way it's more, this one's more emphasized in the corner, and this one is more emphasized on this side of the nail, but at the bottom. Like so. Now you're going to have this be sticking off, but you kind of have to mess with it just a little bit. What do you think? Alright, let's go ahead and add our tiny little blue. Look! Maybe. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit more though. Alright, there's a little gap right there, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and cure that there. Oh, no worries, love. Is it Lana? Hi, Lana. I hope that's how you say your name. This is just something super easy for you guys to be able to do without having to worry about anything too crazy if you're new to all this. But I also, you know. Alright, so I am going to just take some of this and kind of build in the corner a little bit with some of this gel. Okay, and that's going to help from catching it. So it's kind of going to just a little tiny bit here. Not like that, but just enough on that top side, right? So take that excess off. Make sure you get the excess off. And you don't cure it on there. Okay. And then you can do that for each one if you want. It's up to you guys. But if you're going to be wearing them for a while, you definitely want to go around all of your charms with your thicker gel. So that way when they do get caught, your hair doesn't go through them or anything like that. Okay? Alrighty. There's that one. Let's put her in for a full 60. And then the hard part begins. Alright. We are done with that one. Okay, I'm going to put this guy on here, and we're going to add a couple blue ones on these guys. So let me grab some little teeny tiny. So I'm going to use the light blue ones that go with this little one. I'm going to use the tiny blue ones. The light ones go with this, so one can be dark and one can be light. Okay? So I'm just going to lightly... Can you guys see okay? Ugh. Okay. You don't want a big blob at the very tip of your brush. You just need a little bit. We're going to go right in between there like so. And then I'm going to take the excess off that I got on there. Okay. Let's take our itty bitty colors. And I hope this isn't... They're a lot lighter than what I thought, but that's okay. And... Oh, shoot. So if they're too big, they'll kind of slide in and out if they're too big. Alrighty. I'm gonna definitely have to get like some blue ones like this. These look blue in the tray, but they look purple on. Which is kind of crazy. Go light. Okay. Alright, so Jack Skellington is going to have this guy on here, everybody. So, here's what we're going to do, okay? Okay, hear me out. Let me shut this before I have gems everywhere. Alright. So, my thought was, okay, here's my thought on this. I'm going to talk about it while I am prepping the nail, okay? So, for the background of this nail, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do just a black color. Get well soon, love. Oh my god, I know. I didn't even know that was a thing. Nana Ange, all you ladies crack me up. The only funny video I've ever done was the one with Kiera when she asked me to collab and I had Conjure and I had to be like Conjure and it was so hard for me to do, but we did it and it was so much fun. I freaking loved it. Me and Conjure both was way overthinking it. Alright, we're going to clean this off, get all the dust off. Put our base coat on. I'm going to base coat this, and then... Should I just do the black background? I was cracking myself up. I loved yours, Nanny Ange. I didn't even know it was a thing. I had no idea. But it was like good. It was funny. You hear my stomach? Okay. So for Jack, so here's what my thoughts are for this one. Is taking, because this is not a very long nail at all. So, taking the moon, okay, and adding the moon up here, adding the little swirl within the moon. Jack's head's going to be here, and then we're going to have a little thing for his neck, and then we're just going to add this guy for his thing. Now, I don't know how this is going to go, okay? I don't know how long it's going to take, but it is 1:23 right now. Oh, look how different. Oh, I love them. Oh my gosh, look. Oh, I freaking love it. It's so unique and so different. If I could do letters, I so would do Corpse Bride and Tim Burton, like Tim Burton down the middle of it or something. I'm gonna have to try to do that at some point. Do we want to do a black? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do a black background. And then, but because it is so long, do we want to come back tomorrow at 11 o'clock to do him so we have more time and I'm not rushing, because I have to be off here. I have to be off here in 15 minutes, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do that in 15 minutes. Hi, silly kid. How are you? I got pretty far, though. I really love these. These are super duper unique, guys. I really do like them a lot. I'm trying to figure out if we want to put stars on these. I feel like these need, like, stars. Like them little 4-pointed stars, like one here, maybe like one here and one here. Same on that one. You think those need stars? I think so. Let me put these on. Oh my gosh, I love it. Wait, what's that? Oh, okay. I only have 4 of these nail stands. Give me 1 second. Let me grab another nail stand. Can you see the vision yet, guys? Can you see it? Is it out of frame? Probably. So, thumb, pinky. And then these are the middles. What do you guys think? So I think it's really going to play nicely together. And then that one will be here. Oh, hi, Bridget! So I think tomorrow we're going to do this because I really, really, really want to paint him. I have never painted Jack Skellington in my life. And I want to make him 3D, but I want to have time to do it. So we will paint him first. We'll paint the moon and the swirl first. Then we're going to come in and we're going to outline his neck and his head and put the 3D part on him, because I think it's going to look goofy us having this on there that's 3D, right, at the end of the tip, but yet but he is flat to the nail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make him the 3D part, but what I am going to do right now is I'm going to add my black, and I'm going to matte this before I do it, so that way it's already done. If I can find my black. What do I do with my black? I don't even know. There it is. So I'm just going to put my black base on here. So this one's going to be here. So, but guys, I think this one's my favorite. Look at that one though. Tell me that is not freaking awesome, y'all. Oh, I just realized I didn't have my flash on. I'm sorry, guys. You guys should yell at me. So that way you can see these up close. Alright, I'm going to put 2 coats of this black, and we're going to matte her, and then that'll be it for tonight. But if you guys missed any part of this nail set, make sure you check it out and start from the beginning, because we did some pretty cool effect stuff. And we also experimented with a new marker too. So I want to make sure this is somewhat even here. And I'm going to bring it back up this way. So tomorrow, do not miss being here at 11:11 tomorrow if you can make it. If you can't, that's okay too. I know people work, you know. Look at that. Alright, that's just one thin coat. Like I said before, you always want thin coats with black. You never want to go thick with black, guys. Thanks, love. Okay, we're going to put that in there. 60 seconds. We'll do one more coat, and then we're going to use the Perfect Matte again. Oh, I'm so excited for these freaking nails. I feel like this one needs something around that heart, but maybe not. Maybe it's just me. But I definitely think, because I pulled this, wherever it went. Oh. So I have I have one little star left. Look at this. How perfect is that? It's black and silver. Look at that with the heart on it. And I thought about putting those on the swirl parts, but I only have one. So that's not going to work. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thanks, love. Beautiful, crazy nails. Wait, your name is Bridget, right? Am I mistaken? I think it's Bridget, right? Alright, second coat goes. I love this black. And you want thin coats, guys. So that way it cures properly and no wrinkling. And Brat Nailed It is, going to be closing her shop on August 20th. So if you haven't got this black or the whiteout, you're going to want to head over there and grab the black and the white. She's got her cat eyes. And they change after they change color. I have a floof, y'all. Did I get it? Damn floofs. I think I got it, though. But I love her product. She is a small small business, small nail brand, and she's amazing. Go. Alright, hold up. For some reason, I can't use this hand to turn the light on. I have to use this hand. I don't know why. I literally don't know why that does that. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and just matte top coat that. And then we'll be done for tonight. But I'm going to show you guys up close. So that way you guys, because if at any time you guys can't see, shout at me at all caps. In all caps, please. So that way I know. Alright, I'm going to clean my brush while that's in there real quick. And I did get these brushes from Brat Nailed It. This is from her brush set. I love them. Love them. And I do have everything's linked too, guys. So, all right. Oh, I'm excited, everybody. What am I doing? Oh yeah. All right, here's our black. Beautiful. No wrinkles, no nothing, baby. All right, what did I do? There we are. Here's our matte. So you want to get her perfect matte, and you want to get her the non-stick matte. The non-stick matte is for chrome and glitters and stuff like that. Ooh. Look at the floofs, y'all. I don't know where that floof came from, but Alright, try to make sure you don't make your cuticle area. You don't want your cuticle area to be bubbly or wobbly. You don't want a bunch of product down on your cuticle area. So we're going to take that excess and we're just going to drag it down. And we're going to drag it off the nail. And somehow I got floops in it again. Don't ask me how. I don't know. Oh, hell. Imagine that. Okay. Good grief. They like flew right in there on me, man. But just make sure your edges are good. And you want to make sure there's not a bunch down here. So when you go put them on, they don't look cray-cray. Okay. You want to keep it as thin as you can up here. Alright, let's make sure we're not bumpy. Yeah, we're a little bit bumpy, but... Okay, we're good. We're putting it in. But yeah, the non-stick matte is great, guys, for chrome and glitter and all of that. Like, I have to get that matte. Right now, I have the perfect matte, but that one is streak-free. They're both streak-free. Love them. Hi, Summer. Thanks. I'm going to move these out of the way. So tomorrow we're going to be mixing for the sun. So we're going to be using Brit Brat Nailed It, Madam Glam, and Varnail for those. And we have 4 different colors for that one. And I'm going to turn my flash on and turn my light out, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay. Ready? Alright, so here's the thumb. I got her dirty, so I have to redo it. But I do think we should put stars on here. What do you think, guys? Put a star here, put one here, put like little dots or something right here. What do you think? Here's the newest improved one. I think this one's my favorite. I love this one, and it still looks dimensional on the nail. You know what I mean? It still looks really, really cool, and it really does, in person, look like it's popping up off the nail. So, I love it. It's my favorite, and the shading is mwah. And then here's this one. So, these ones represent the Corpse Bride and her butterflies. So, we put little diamonds above the butterflies to match. So, that's what those are. And then the middle is going to be Jack. So one thing I am going to do is clean these off. I'm going to take some alcohol. I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to make it super shiny. There we go. Better. So you guys all have to rate these for me and let me know what you guys think. But I like the Corpse Bride colors, so I figured if I could just snap them together and, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to incorporate the colors together and also him, you know? But yeah, there they are. Aren't they beautiful? What do you guys think? I love them. Alright. So those are the nails, everybody. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and tomorrow at 11:11 we will be starting on this. Okay? Oh, I didn't get that side. Tomorrow we'll be starting on this. So the sun's gonna go, or the moon's gonna go up here. We're gonna mix those colors. Okay, and then we're gonna have the little swirly guy, you know, like the little thing he stands on in the background. Then his head's here, his little neck, and then the body, and then we'll add the 3D, this 3D guy, and the 3D face and neck as well. I'm excited. I've never done it before, so come along with me tomorrow and let's freaking do this. I really, really love them a lot. I think they're super duper cool. Definitely different, but hopefully you guys can do this along with me too, you know? My Hello Kitty nails prompted this, you know? But thank you so very much for all of you, and thank you for my donations as well. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for the like and subscribe. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sugar. We did these nails. Make sure you roll back, check that out at the beginning, because this guy we did, and she's beautiful. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you. I hope you all have an amazing rest of the night. Thanks for sticking with me tonight. Peace, love, and happiness and vibes, y'all. If you love the vibes, make sure you like and subscribe. That one was good. That one was a good one. Love y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. Peyton, I love you. Have a great night, my love. We will be back tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody. So come back tomorrow. We will do Jack Skellington, 3D nail art Jack Skellington, okay? So we can complete this nail set, okay? I love you guys. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for helping me flow and pushing me to be better. I love you guys. Y'all can do this no matter what. Toodaloo.